My perspective on college. Most people advertise college as being a fun and exciting experience, but for some people it can be totally different. I expected to have the time of my life going to college at UNL, but shortly after the start of my first semester I found things were going to be very different. I expected to meet a bunch of new friends, enjoy the freedom of being on my own, and excel in all my classes just like I did in high school, but that wasn't the case during my freshman year of college. First of all, I expected to meet a lot of new people and make a few new friends, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, this was very difficult. The first obstacle I faced was my living situation. I chose to live in the suite style dorms, which were in the brand new Knoll Residential Center, rather than living in the traditional, regular two-person style dorms that most freshmen live in their first year on campus. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the suite style dorms, they're sort of like a dorm room because you share a bedroom with one other person, and but they're sort of like an apartment because you and that roommate also share a kitchen, a living room, and a bathroom and shower with two other guys who share a room. So the four of you collectively have one big suite with all those things in it. And the reason it's hard to meet people in these suite style dorms is because everybody has everything they could need all in their own suite. So there's not really any reason to like be going down the hall or anything. So you don't really see anybody in the hallway unless they're going to class, and even then you don't really say nothing. Nobody really is looking to meet anybody except those who are living in their rooms with them. So I mean that was kind of difficult. And the other reason it was kind of hard was because the roommates I was assigned with were sort of hard to deal with. The first halfway through the first semester, one of my roommates, Truman, actually was arrested because he stole some things from my other roommate, Mitch. He stole some shoes, some clothes, and some money, and he also even stole his credit card and put some purchases on that, and that's a felony. So he was arrested, and actually he was kicked out of the dorms. So Mitch was living by himself. Well, then at the start of second semester, Mitch was forced to withdraw from all his classes because he didn't attend any of them, and it was either he flunk out of them or just withdraw from them. So he withdrew from classes and moved home to his home in Omaha, and that just left me and Gage. Well, Gage was the he shared the bedroom with me, and he actually his girlfriend lived at a house in Lincoln, and so he stayed every night of the week at his girlfriend's house. So I only saw him like once or twice a week. So by the end of by second semester, I was pretty much living in our suite all by myself, and it really wasn't as fun as it sounds because it was pretty lonely. And the second way my perspective changed about college was the responsibility of living on my own. At first, it sounds real fun, like moving out of like your parents' house. I get to do whatever I want, all that stuff. But what you don't think about is like all the responsibility that comes with that, like um, having to get your own food. You don't have meals on the table waiting for you when you come home from school anymore. You have to go out and get your food somewhere, and usually if you go to fast food as much as I did first semester, that can get pretty expensive and it's not very healthy. So you have to find a way to get your nutrition, I guess. And um, the other thing I didn't think about was doing my own laundry, which in 18 years I'd never really done my own laundry, and now I had to wash and dry my clothes and fold them and hang them up and put them away, and I really wasn't a fan of that, and I liked it a lot better when my mom took care of it. But another way you have to be responsible is like taking care of your classes. And in high school, I was a straight A student, and I even took some college level classes. I took college English, college lit, college calculus, and I got A's in all those. Of course, we had a teacher, but so I felt pretty prepared for college. Well, when I got to UNL and I started taking some classes, I by the end of the semester, I thought I was doing all right. The end of the semester came, and I wasn't doing so good, and that was because college classes are a lot more you got to be self-driven and study more, and you got to do it all on your own time, and that's a lot harder to do when you're living by yourself and you have all the free time to do whatever you want. And so I kind of learned more about how driven you have to be to excel in college classes. And I guess this past year of college has really changed my perspective on on what college life is like. And because I expected things like making friends, being on my own, and getting good grades to just come easy and naturally, and that wasn't the case. And I guess the lesson I learned was that sometimes things aren't as easy as they may seem to begin with.